morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Hayden B. Grilling. Now, this morning we're going to be out at the smoker. We're going to smoke our very first brisket, and I'm super excited. Now, this ain't the big, like 12 to 15, 18-pound brisket. This is just a little 5-pound brisket I picked up at Walmart, right? I'm still wanting to baby step my way to that big brisket. I can't spend $100 to $130, you know, and then mess it up. So I'm baby stepping my way there. We started out good about a month or so back, smoking that chuck roast brisket style. Turned out great. So we're gonna continue today with that 5-pound brisket. We're gonna see how this turns out. Now we will be smoking this on our Z-Grills pellet smoker. And with that Z-Grills, your first step of the process is you got to turn it on to smoke. And you see now that smoke really starting to boil out of there. It'll smoke and then it'll die down. Once it dies down, then you can set it to the temperature you want to cook at. All right, folks, so you can see this is our brisket here. And it's about a 4.5-pound brisket rather than 5 like I was thinking. But this is already trimmed in the packaging. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna apply our binder and our seasoning. All right, folks, so we're gonna start applying our binder on our brisket now. I was shocked when I found out what the binder they use at Gladdish's barbecue, because their brisket's always so good. But hot water, as hot as they can get it out of the tap. Not boiling, but just hot water. So by golly, that's what we're gonna do with it here. We're gonna slather this thing up with some hot water. Now this side of the brisket still has some fat on it, but I'm okay with it because it's not real thick fat. So that should render down and increase the flavor. And then the seasoning we're using is Gladdish's barbecue savory beef rub. So we're just gonna start applying this, and we're gonna put this on pretty thick. There we go. Make sure we get the sides. All right, folks, so I just raised the lid to clean my grates off a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and raise it again. We're gonna set this brisket directly onto the grate. I'm gonna take my probe here. We're gonna run it straight into the center. All right, and we're gonna close the lid and let this go till it hits internal temperature of 165 degrees. Alrighty, folks, so we just hit 165. We're gonna raise it up. Ooh, she's looking good. She's looking good. We're gonna get this inside, wrap it with some butcher paper, and we'll bring it right back. All right, folks, so we got us 2 sheets of butcher paper here stacked on top of each other. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna set our brisket on top of this butcher paper. Then we're just gonna wrap this over like so. Bring this over. We're gonna bring our ends up and over. Like that. Go with the other side. All right, and we're just gonna do the same thing with this sheet here. Fold it over. And like that. Now we're gonna put this back on the smoker, this side down, to hold it tight. Alrighty, so we're gonna put this back on the smoker. And we're gonna put our probe back into it. Now you can put it in through the paper. That'll be fine. Ooh. And we're gonna leave it just like that until it hits 203 degrees internal temperature. All right, folks, so we put this on at 9:30 this morning. So I've already wrapped it. And so now I just bumped my temperature up to 250 to try to kind of get this to speed up a little bit. We're only at 176 right now. So like I said, we bumped it up to 250. We're gonna see if that kind of helps us out a little bit. All right, folks, so we just hit 203 internal temperature. Raise the lid. Now what I want to do before I pull this off of here I kind of want to pull this probe out. Get through the paper again. Yes. Very tender, it's probe tender. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull this in the house. All right, so we just got this in the house. We're gonna let this sit for 1 hour, let it rest. All right, folks, so we've let this rest for about an hour, maybe a little bit longer. So we're gonna go ahead and unwrap it here together. It's first brisket, so your guess is as good as mine on what we're about to encounter. Okay. There we have it. Now we're about to slice into this dude. All right, folks, here we go with that first cut. Cutting into this thing. It's looking good. Got a good little smoke ring on it. You can see right through there. Folks, this is right here. This is exactly what I was hoping to have happen. I got a little worried. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I've been a little nervous about this. But folks, the juice in this, see if we can get it on camera as we cut into it here. That juice coming out, can you see it? Yes, sir, yes, ma'am. I ain't tasted it yet, obviously, but I'm already tickled to death. All right, folks, so this is the final product of our brisket. You notice it's got a beautiful little smoke ring right there. Not too bad for a pellet smoker. All right, folks, here we go. We got us some brisket on the plate. Now, I went with fried potatoes. I know, you know, traditional brisket would be some potato salad and some baked beans, but no, we ain't traditional around here. All right, folks, here we go with that all-important taste test on the brisket here. By the way, did not need a knife to cut into it. Dang, folks, now that brisket was, oh, it was so good. I'm so pleased with how my first brisket turned out. Now, I know that wasn't the big brisket, but like I said in the beginning, we're baby stepping our way there. But that Gladdish's barbecue seasoning, folks, that is so good. And it just all worked out perfect. So, y'all, please let me know what you think of the video. Let me know if there's something I could have done better. I know I was kind of struggling there wrapping the brisket there, but let me know if you got any tips or any advice. But y'all, please, if you get a chance, give us a try. Y'all let me know what you think of the video again. Y'all please like, subscribe, and we'll see y'all later.